I'm live. Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. Thank you for navigating our foray into online yoga. It's so nice to see you all. So welcome. Welcome to week 2. And we wanted to create a little bit of a progressive movement through the practices. So week 2, after our first week of grounding, week 2 is all about stabilizing. So we're offering this in the beginning of the coronavirus pandemic, but these are also wonderful practices during any time of change. So it's 30 minutes, it's an opportunity to just check in, and what I wanted to explore and look at is stability. So there is a chat on the right. If you cannot hear me, please just say something in the chat or give me a thumbs up if it's all good. But otherwise, come and find your way to a comfortable seat. We're going to begin the practice with a little bit of pranayama. So I'm going to move back here. If you need to sit on a block or a bolster, please make sure you do. Oh, good, there's a thumbs up. Amazing. And the most obvious choice for pranayama to create or secure a sense of emotional and mental stability for us was the practice of nadi shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. So when you're comfortable, a lot of you guys will know this, we'll start with the right nostril first, so your thumb side breathing in first. So what you can do is just come and bring your 2 peace fingers, place them on the center of your forehead, place your right thumb on your right nostril, your ring finger on your left nostril. Just sort of find that point where the bone just finishes. And you just sort of meet the soft tissue of the nostrils. Just find that point, because when you want to press, there's actually a really wonderful little pressure point just there, just where the bottom finishes, and you can only feel the soft cartilage. So wherever you are in your breath, just exhale out both nostrils. Left hand can just rest on one knee. If it helps, close together the left thumb and index finger. Take a long breath in through both nostrils and out through both nostrils. And then close off the left nostril and breathe in through the right nostril. And then close off the right, release the left, breathe out the left. Breathe in through the left. And breathe out the right. And just continue with that, alternating the nostrils, in through the right and out through the left. In through the left and out through the right. Just continue on with that, in the right, out the left, in the left, out the right. Tracing almost a bit of a figure 8 as you alternate the nostrils. And just know, as you start, it might take you a little bit of time to adjust and find your rhythm. So take your time. In the right, out the left, in the left, out the right. And if you do find it a little bit irritating or a little bit hard to focus, then the reason nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing, works is it is actually just kind of pulling into balance anywhere that your energetic state might be a little dominant on one side. And it might be that almost kind of uncomfortable process of trying to fit yourself back into a state of evenness. So all you need here is a little bit of persistence. And just let yourself relax. Just let your breath be whatever length or depth that it needs to be. And allow yourself just to adjust. knowing that as you're going through the process of the breathing, things are rebalancing, just as we've had to rebalance after possibly being thrown off course. Just making sure what you're trying to do is just eliminate any tension. Just let yourself relax into the rhythm of the breath and whatever it needs to be. So sometimes when you trip, it takes you a moment to regain your balance. Sometimes when life throws us a curveball, it takes us a moment, but we might have to navigate what does it mean to find stability from this new platform. Just keep going with Nadi Shodhana for a few more rounds. If you get a little lost or confused, or for some reason you get pulled out of the practice, just pick it up and start again. In the right, out the left, in the left, out the right. Kind of like a masseuse might work on a knot in your back. Just let the work of the breath practice, just work on any knots, tense points in your energy. Let it loosen any stuck thoughts or any places where you're unable to move forward or move with the changes that might be happening around you. Whenever you next exhale out of the right nostril, so the same nostril that you started with, just release the right hand, let the hands rest. And just breathe comfortably, maybe a little bit deeper and a little bit longer than how you normally would. And perhaps notice already, just from a few moments, what started to change. So because twists always invoke a sense of equanimity, a sense of evenness in the body, we'll bring in a few twists, and we'll also bring out a few movements where you're using opposite arm to leg to create a little bit of stability. So whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. You can inhale and toss your arms up into the air. As you exhale, twist around to your right, left hand over to right knee, take a little twist around. And then as you inhale, reach that right arm out wide, all the way back up to the sky, and then cross it all the way over. So your right hand comes to your left knee, your arms are crossed, and then just drop your chin and round your spine, and just take 3 nice big deep breaths into that space between the shoulder blades. in sideways so you can see a little bit more of my position. So you're really rounding the spine, opening up that space between the shoulder blades. 3 nice big deep breaths. And then on your next inhale, toss the arms back up to the sky. We're going to twist around to the left. Twist around to the left as you exhale. Big inhale, left arm reaches up, all the way over, crosses over the right arm, finds the right knee. Big breath in, get tall, and then exhale, round the spine, lean back, drop your chin, drop your head, and take 3 nice big breaths into that space between the shoulder blades here. Give yourself a chance to feel that. And then on your next inhale, just whenever it comes, toss those arms back up into the air. As you exhale, sweep your hands back, fingertips point towards the front, bend up the knees, place your feet on the floor, and inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling and drop your head back. If it's not comfortable to drop your head back, just keep the chin tucked in towards the chest, but really push those hips right up towards the ceiling. Open up the space between the shoulders. Nice big deep breath in. And exhale, sit back down. You can either cross your ankles and roll over onto hands and knees, or swing the legs around to the side, come around onto hands and knees, and just take 3 rounds of cat-cow. When you're ready, big breath in. And big breath out, round the spine. Do cat-cow to your fullest capacity. Like feel every single little vertebra moving. Feel your shoulders, your neck, your belly muscles, your back muscles, your knees pressing into the floor. How much room have you got to move into? So we find stability by accepting where the ground is. Accepting where things are at this moment. Okay, on your next inhale, just whenever it comes back, come back to a nice neutral spine. Okay, come and reach your right hand forward. Find that, and then just slide your left foot back, nice and straight. And then when you feel balanced, pick the left foot up off the floor. So put a little bit of life into that back leg, so it's not some heavy log that you're trying to lift up, but actually push out the heel. Put a little bit of life out of those right fingertips and just stretch yourself as long as you can. Take a big breath in and exhale, right hand down. Turn your left foot flat so your right toes point towards your left instep. Line up right hand, right knee, left foot, and then come and find your balance. So finding where gravity shifts, stack yourself on top of your right side and reach the left arm up towards the sky. Okay, so just check it out. That space in your right hip still needs to be there. Take a big breath in. Reach that left arm all the way over your head and stretch that whole left side of your body. Take a big breath in. Then as you exhale, reach a little longer. And then as you inhale, reach that left arm back up to the sky and then lean the left hand back. So open up the ribs to the roof. Okay, so as you open up the ribs to the roof, spin on your right knee so your right toes point to the space behind you. So my toes are spun to point to the white wall behind me. I'm opening my chest up. And then from here, my left hand's going to slide down my left leg. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. And I've got a gate pose here. Big stretch all the way over the left leg, reaching as far as I can away from that right knee. Oh, so feel the way the ground shifts, or you shift on the ground, and where you have to find those new points of stability. Big breath in. Exhale, right hand comes all the way back down to the floor. Left arm up, left leg up, and come and find your balance here. Put a little bit of effort out that left foot, reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Take a big breath in, and exhale, go slow, slow motion back to all fours. Find your way back to all fours, 3 cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling back to neutral. Okay, let's go other way. So let's go right leg straight back. Okay, find your balance there. Put some energy out that right foot. And then when you've got it, left hand out in front. You might be able to wrap that foot around your head 3 times. And you can if you want to. But don't worry about it. Just look for that basic foundation of what does stability feel like here. Something in me's changed. My position's changed. So what do I do with it? Beautiful. Left hand down. Right foot down. Spin the right foot flat and just come and stack that right side on top of the left. Right arm up to the sky. Spin around. Okay. You want to have that left side directly underneath the right, and when you've got your balance, distribute it between your left hand and right foot. Reach the right arm over the head. So just feel the way in each shape as we give it a few breaths and a pause in each shape. You've got a few moments there just to figure it out. Just figure it out as we go from one posture to the next. Well, what does this need from me here to not collapse on the floor? Reach that right arm back up to the sky. Lean the right hand back and open the chest up to the roof. Let some fresh air in the chest and the lungs. Make those arms as wide as you can possibly make them. And then reach back up. Left toes point to the space behind you. Right hand slides down the right leg, shift the weight, left arm up to the sky, and you've got your gate pose here. So touch on that. Figure out what does that need from you here. It's just physics constantly. That's all the yoga postures are. You're just embodying all those teachings into your ability to apply them in the postures. And if we practice doing them in the postures, we can practice doing them in real life when shit really does hit the fan. When we're faced with difficult circumstances or relationships or choices. Left hand finds the floor. As you come down, right arm up, pick up the right leg, balance here. Feel the muscles that you have to use to hold that together. Keep a bit of space in your joints so don't dump down towards the floor. Big breath in. And back to all fours, nice and slow. Oh. Land on all fours. Walk your toes back to the back of your mat. Walk your hands forward. Come into easy dog and just come and rest, whether it's, something under your forehead, a book or a block, your forehead to the floor, or if you can drop your chin to the floor, you can do that too. And just feel that open up the space in the front of the shoulders. Take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale from here. Slide back to child's pose and just come and let that forehead rest on the floor. If you like, you can slide the hands back beside the body. Just let everything rest for a few moments. Just constantly gazing from moment to moment. What is steadiness, stability, and ultimately ease? What does that mean for me moment to moment? There's no magic formula. There's no secret. We each have to figure that out and navigate that for ourselves. So from here, you're going to come and look towards the front of your mat. Stretch your arms out, come forward onto your belly. Okay? Now, we're just going to do this for a few moments. What I'm going to get you to do is point your feet, come and bring both hands to your lower back, and just turn your head to the right. Now, this is a really wonderful sequence that has been passed on from Desikachar, TKV Desikachar, from Krishnamacharya. I've been taught it through a couple of different teachers, and it's in his book, The Heart of Yoga. But this is really equalizing for your systems. It's a bit frustrating and a bit tedious at first because it really makes you think, but do this and walk out of this and you will feel the difference. So from here, what I'm going to get you to do is inhale, lift your head, keep looking towards the right, and reach the right arm out in front of you. Okay, so kind of like you were doing breaststroke. Reach the right arm out in front of you, lift the left foot. So right arm, left foot. Big breath in. And then exhale, turn your head to the left. And as you do that, right hand back, left leg lowers, right ear to the floor. Inhale, right leg lifts. Inhale, reach the left arm around, look forward. As you bring the hand around, turn the head to the right. So left arm, right leg. And then exhale, left hand back, left ear to the floor. And then we swap sides again. So inhale, left leg lifts, right arm forward, look to the left. Exhale, right ear to the floor as right hand back, left leg lowers. Inhale, right leg lifts, left arm forward, look forward, all the way around to the right. Left hand back, right leg lowers, left temple to the floor. Lift left foot, reach around right arm, look forward and around to the left. Exhale, right hand back, left foot down, right temple to the floor. Inhale, lift the head, look forward, left arm around, right leg lifts, look to the right. Exhale, everything back and down, left temple to the floor. Inhale, left leg, right arm, look forward and look around to the left. Exhale, everything back and down, right temple to the floor. Inhale, lift the head, left arm, right leg, look forward and around. Exhale, left temple, right foot. Come and find your way back to the floor. See if you can do 2 on your own. See if you can do 2 on your own. And if you're a bit tangled up, who cares? Just make it up. So you inhale to lift. And you exhale to lower. And then when your left temple comes to the floor, just release the hands beside the shoulders. Push back up onto all fours. Just stretch back into child's pose for a moment. If you want to have the hands out in front or beside the body, feel free to do either one. And just let that work settle into the system. Of course, if child's pose is not accessible or uncomfortable, you could lie on your belly. You could come around onto your back. Whatever works. It's a beautiful compression of your organs against your abdominal organs against your thighs. Just let your breath be really regulated and steady. If there's any part of you that is sort of resisting the floor, you know, let it relax. Maybe it's neck or shoulders or jaw. Let it all go for another 2 rounds of breath. And then very slowly start to use your hands to lift yourself up. Come around to find a comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. Sit on something if it helps. We're going to finish your thumbs into your hands and then close your fingers over your thumbs. You've got 2 fists with your thumbs enclosed. And then just, you can either, if you are feeling particularly tense, if you've got a lot of stuff going on, what I quite like to do is just kind of hold the thumbs just in front of the body in almost like a posture where you almost creating tension. If you aren't feeling particularly tense, you might like to just rest the hands onto your knees. So whatever you choose. And you can sort of think of this Adi Mudra as almost like burning through any uncertainty, any unprecedented things that you never thought you'd be facing. Any anxiety, even if they're really mild, even if they're just sort of niggling little things in the back of your mind. If you are feeling a little tight or tense, then you might like to actually squeeze the hands, and it might just help you sort of dissolve a bit of that stuff. Like consciously tense yourself up. But then you also have to consciously let it relax and release. And if you still feel it's lingering, do the same thing. Consciously tense yourself up. Feel it, like really feel into your anxiousness or your, you know, that little niggling feeling or that discomfort, and then let it all release. Otherwise, you can just sit there, or you can keep doing the tense and release until eventually you don't need to tense up so much. You know, you actually might find you almost exhaust yourself a little bit. Just hold the mudra. And steady your breath. And sit with yourself for a few moments, and whatever might still be swirling around, maybe notice how it's settled, simmered down, even just the slightest bit. And then if you have the time, or if you feel the need, you can keep sitting for a little bit longer. Otherwise, gently release the fists. If it helps, give your hands a little bit of a shake. And you can start to move around and shake yourself off. Notice how you're feeling now. Thank you so much for joining. So nice to have you here. This video will be accessible for you on the channel after I post it up here. So you can come back to this practice anytime, or just take out of it little elements that might have been helpful. But Leanne will be practicing through this channel on Friday, same time. She'll be doing a slightly stronger sequence, sort of building on the idea of balancing. But mostly, stability is just such a good reminder that we have so much in our own hands. So thank you guys. Namaste. Have a beautiful day. And if there's anything you need, please get in contact. Take care.